Hello again, ladies and gentlemen, Sonic Yoda from SEGADriven.com, and welcome back to our Sonic Amateur Games Expo 2017 coverage. In this video we're going to be taking a look at Sonic Arcus 2D, which was developed by 06 Hypersonic 60. Or 60, right, oh god, these names. Right, okay, so let's talk about the game then. So this is an interesting one in that it was developed in Unity, which means that there's a lot of like little graphical features and spot effects that it can do that some of the other engines can't, or you know, it's just a little bit more readily available to them. So it's 3 acts. There's a recreation of Green Hill Zone. I say a recreation, a stage based on Green Hill Zone. It's using its graphics, but the actual stage layout is different. Then there is a stage based on Ice Cap Zone, and then there's one original stage called Pine Top Zone. Now, this is an alpha, so it's a bit sketchy, it's got to be said. I noticed some weird sort of behaviour in Green Hill Zone in particular. There was a section where it looked like I was running on water, but it was in mid-air, which I couldn't quite suss out. Don't know if I managed to capture that on video, so sorry if you can't see it, but trust me, it happened. So let's talk about the spot effects that Unity can add. So the two that are sort of instantly noticeable are bright objects emit a sort of glow, and you'll notice that a lot of the bright hues in this game, there's a very subtle glow to like things like the rings, for instance. When you're going at top speed as well, you get the sort of after image effect after you. Again, very subtle, not really in your face, but it looks quite nice. It plays quite nice as well, actually. This is a really solid little engine, actually. Very much getting quite an accurate take on the 16-bit sort of Sonic formula. It basically plays and controls how I'd expect a Mega Drive Sonic to play, which is nice because, yeah, it just means that this is a very pleasant thing to enjoy. I don't think the stage design is particularly the best. It's not the worst, but yeah, there's a lot of pitfalls I've noticed, which is a little bit irritating because it punishes you if you fall down lower, which is, you know, again, not great Sonic design. I feel like if you fall into a lower area of the stage, then you should just be, you know, treated to more stage, you know, whether it's less exciting or something like that for, you know, as a penalty for coming lower, then that could, you know, that could be implemented. But so it's not really in this. There's an awful lot of pitfalls, especially in Green Hill Zone, which considering it's normally the first stage, you know, the leafy grassy area is normally the first stage in a Sonic game. It's not a good idea to have pitfalls in the opening stage. Yeah, so not very impressed with that. But yeah, I mean, there's at least a fair display of like understanding in regards to what makes a good Sonic stage. There's plenty of decent platforming and then nice speedy bits as a reward, which is again like my mantra when it comes to designing Sonic stages. I feel like that's what you should be going for. Yeah, it's okay, you know, like it's not the worst Sonic stage design, it's not the greatest because, like I say, not a big fan of the pitfalls, but it's fine. It's doing what it needs to do, and like I say, this is an alpha. It's like the first demo or attempt at like this game's vision, I guess, and yeah, there's definitely room for improvement, and I think I want to see this continue because, like I say, the engine's pretty solid. I think it plays really nicely, and I do like that the engine obviously enables them to do little spot effects like I was talking about with the glow and the after image. But yeah, it's just a bit average at the moment. I also noticed that only one of the stages is completable. So Green Hill Zone, there's an area where you can't jump up to this other platform. It's just too high. It's out of reach of Sonic, which is a bit annoying. You can get to the end of Ice Cap Zone, but there's no checkpoint or signpost that actually signals the end of the stage. So that's a bit bizarre. But Pine Top is actually a completable stage. And again, another nice little spot effect in that there's weather and lightning strikes and things like that. Yeah, I mean, those are the sort of things that I think are going to help this game in the future just to sort of stand out a little bit. It's doing, even if they're just subtle little graphical effects, it's nice to see just more advanced things happen in a very sort of classic style 2D Sonic. So yeah, that's Sonic Arcus 2D. I feel like it's a little bit too early days for this at the moment. Probably needs a little bit more time in the oven to sort of like finalise what they're going for in this. tighten the stage design up a little bit and just make it work correctly as well, because like I say, only one of the stages is actually completable, which is a bit of a shame. So yeah, just tighten it up, more focus on the level design, and I think this could be something cool in the future.